Hello, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, it's Malcolm here from Light Cellar, and I have Dr. Melina Roberts of Advanced Naturopathic Clinic here with us to discuss this idea of the gut-brain connection. I mean, that term, that idea, that concept gets thrown around a lot. And if you're in the world of fermentation, the world of microbiome, you've heard a lot about it. And what Melina's going to be sharing, she'll be touching upon that, but she's going to actually share 5 ways that our gut and our brain are connected. Microbiome is just one, spoiler alert, that's number 5. But I'm just curious, so we're here live on Facebook, and we'll be posting the recording afterwards. So yeah, anytime during this conversation, before, after, just post some comments and questions down below. I'm curious, those of you who are watching, if you feel like inspired, maybe you know the answer, just start thinking, what are some other ways that the gut and the brain are connected? Yeah, if you have an answer, just post them down below. We're going to have a great conversation here. Keep it fun, keep it light, keep it short. We've got about 15 minutes just to share with you. And of course, anytime, any questions, just post them down below. Melina Roberts, she is a naturopathic doctor and the founder of the Advanced Naturopathic Clinic here in the northwest of Calgary. You guys are just located up near Market Mall.
Market Mall, and we actually just moved to the 2nd floor, Suite 228. So
There
it's
you are.
pretty exciting.
Cool. And your website and how folks can find you?
Our website is advancednaturopathic.com. That's all stayed the same.
Yeah. All right. Good. Awesome. And you can find her on Facebook, Instagram. We'll tag her in all the posts as well. So let's dive into it without further ado. Oh yeah. Well, I just want to mention one more thing. You'll be here at Light Cellar. So 2 kind of showcases. One time is in November. You're going to be teaching a class all about systematic approach to detox.
Yeah, because I think detox is just such a big term that a lot of people will kind of throw that around. Mm-hmm. But if we're not doing detox properly, we won't get the effective results in terms of effectively moving that toxic load out of our body.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to be awesome.
About that.
I'll post a little link to that below, coming up in November. And then, of course, the Calgary Fermentation Festival. We're just less than 2 weeks away, a week and a half now, Saturday, October 19th. Melina is one of our featured presenters in the microbiome research room. And she will be talking about the microbiome, which we're going to touch upon today. So let's dive into it. 5 ways that your gut and your brain are connected. Let's dive right in.
Okay, so number 1 is through our lymphatic system. So this is actually a new discovery. They didn't actually realize this initially, if there was actually a connection between the lymphatic system and the brain. But what they found is that there was these valves within the brain that connected the lymphatic system to the brain. And the lymphatic system is what cleans up all our tissues and then moves toxic loads out. And about 80% of the lymphatic system is housed in the gut, and then we have a direct connection to the brain. So that's number 1.
Wow, amazing. And you said that's kind of relatively new, kind of ballpark. When was that first discovered?
Was, I'm going to go with like 2 or 3 years ago.
Wow, amazing.
The
so it was
big discovery made.
Yeah, very new, very recent, and I'm sure obviously tons more to be learned about that connection, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, so number 1, we got the lymphatic system that connects the gut and the brain. What is number 2?
Number 2 is the glymphatic system with a G.
Oh, wow. Okay, who's ever heard of the glymphatic system? Give us a thumbs up if you have. Give us one of those like shocking faces if you've never heard of that.
Yeah, the glymphatic system is actually made up of the same fluid that runs through your spinal cord. And there's a connection between that spinal cord and the whole nervous system, as well as that connects to the brain. And what's really cool is that when that lymphatic system is actually cleaning up the brain is during your deep sleep. So if you're getting into that deep sleep, then you are actually helping to clean up your brain. And again, because the digestive tract is also filled with a lot of nerve tissues, we have a direct connection through that lymphatic system from the gut to the brain.
Yes, awesome. Okay, wow. So lymphatic system and the glymphatic system. Number 3 is?
Number 3 is the vagal nerve. So the vagal nerve is a cranial nerve. It comes down from the brain, down the side of our neck, So it's actually a physical connection. Down the front of the thorax, it'll bisect through the diaphragm, and then it supplies all of our digestive organs.
Wow.
And it plays a big role in terms of our autonomic nervous system. So that's a nervous system that runs in the background. We don't consciously control it. And there's two parts to that nervous system. There's your stress state, and then there's your rest, digest, and rejuvenate, right? So these are the part of the nervous systems that help our body to be able to respond to stress and also do a number of healing responses. And so that's actually a physical connection between the brain and the digestive tract.
All right.
The vagal nerve.
Cool. Wow. If you're just joining us, we're going deep into the connections between the gut and the brain, a term that's often thrown around a lot. So Dr. Melina Roberts of Advanced Naturopathic Medicine Clinic here is breaking it down and sharing with us 5 ways that, in fact, the gut and the brain are connected. So first one with the lymphatic system, then the lymphatic system, and now the vagal nerve. So number 4, what's the other way?
Number 4 is that within the lining of our digestive tract, our body actually makes serotonin. And serotonin is a major neurotransmitter. So it'll travel into the bloodstream, past the blood-brain barrier, and it's one of our major building blocks of all the neurotransmitters. And those neurotransmitters are controlling our moods, so anxiety, depression, happiness. It'll control things like our sleep-wake cycle and our circadian rhythms. So that is a huge connection biochemically between the digestive tract and our brain.
Okay, amazing. And then number 5.
Number 5 is the big one, which is our microbiome. And this is a really new discovery too, is that when they start doing studies on people's digestive tracts and the composition of their microbiome, what we see is that there is a direct connection between what's going on in terms of their microbiome and what's going on in terms of their brain. So if we have inflammation that's happening within the digestive tract, then we also have neuroinflammation happening within the brain, and that's directly connected from that microbiome.
Yeah, amazing. And this is why it's just so important, focusing on gut health for brain health at any age and any stage. In your work as a naturopathic medical doctor, I'm sure that's probably one of the first areas that you're looking at, as a foundation for health when someone comes to see you.
Definitely. That's the microbiome is one of my favorite areas of research, and in terms of how I treat patients, that's the first thing I work on, is working on making sure we get people's gut healthy, because that'll make a huge difference in terms of any sort of health issues they're coming in with.
Yeah, so it's not just, a little indigestion, I got some flatulence, these types of symptoms. Like, it's very widespread, systemic, and, specifically to a lot of brain, mental focus capabilities or disabilities. One can, by working on the gut, the microbiome, as you're sharing, can make massive improvement. So this is great.
Yeah.
Cool. So there we are. That's the 5 ways that we are connected, the gut-brain connection, just broken down a little bit deeper. And of course, at the Calgary Fermentation Festival, you're going to be going in depth talking about that microbiome. You want to give us just a quick little snapshot of what your talk will be featured there?
For sure, because last year I had the wonderful opportunity to speak at the first ever Calgary Fermentation Festival. And what I was doing is I was just kind of going over the brief overview of what the microbiome was. But what I realized is that your audience that you bring in are actually quite intelligent people. and what I realized is that I need to go into the deeper dive into the microbiome and really present the latest research. And that's what I'm going to be doing, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go into really a deeper dive into what the research is showing in terms of the microbiome and giving people a lot more information than just the basics.
Cool, right on. Well, we got to start with those basics and build from there. And yeah, that's what I love about this festival is we do have the microbiome research room, in which Melina will be speaking within that room. And we have people, honestly coming from, just starting, just scratching the surface to, like you say, very aware, very intelligent, have researched a ton, and everything is on offer. So not only the kind of latest research, and this is going to be an amazing talk that you'll be able to catch from Melina, but there's 4 different rooms you'll be able to choose from every hour. And you take a little bit of the science, then you take a how-to workshop, maybe you learn how to create your own kraut if you've never done that before, or you can do an advanced kind of master fermentation class. It's going to be awesome. And the other great thing about it is I just love that community aspect. I know, like, we connected with so many people, attendees, colleagues, and it was just a great kind of melting pot for us all to get together and share and enjoy. And we're using the hashtag Culture Calgary. Culture Calgary is our intent here. So thank you so much for coming on and
no
sharing.
Problem. Thanks so much for inviting me into your new space. This is awesome.
Yeah,
so beautiful.
Right on. So we'll hope to see you at the Calgary Fermentation Festival Saturday, October 19th. And then also Melina's talk, if you can make it, about systematic detox coming up in November. Check out lightcellar.ca, and then of course go to Melina's page, Calgary Advanced Naturopathic Clinic.
All right.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.